box right here should never get above 485, because that's what Dodge told us that our cars was rated at, 485 horsepower, right? Let's get the day started. All right, of course, it's your boy Knockout 360 here, another video. This is gonna be kind of a quick video, short, straight to the point. Conversation that I had on Instagram. I put up a reel a while back. I think I put up 2 reels about this. Apparently I'm not the only one that has seen this. It's not a problem, it's actually a good thing, but it's one of those things where it makes you raise your eyebrow, right? All right, I'm gonna just show you exactly what I'm talking about. Performance pages. Let's let that take a year and a day to load up. Boom. Let's go to let's go to engine. Actually, let's stay right there. Now I want you to focus on this particular box here, horsepower, right? All right, still looking at it, everything's good. I'm gonna put the car in my custom mode, my track mode, right? All right, now all right, look at what's your boy doing right here? What's the 300 doing right here going off-road for no reason? Anyway, just keep an eye on that horsepower box right there, all right? Keeping an eye on that box there. Tell me if any particular numbers pop out at you that shouldn't be there. So, did anything pop out to you that probably shouldn't have been there? Did you see any numbers in the horsepower column for my car, ScatPack, wide body, 2020 Charger? Did you see any numbers that shouldn't be there? Now, a number there that you probably shouldn't have seen, or probably never have seen, or maybe some of you have seen, but other individuals of you, or other people like you have not. Let's talk about it when we get settled, man, because I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say on this, because I've heard 2 or 3 different reasons as to why I'm seeing that number. All right, squad, so what you saw was obviously my performance screen. You go in the SRT dashboard. Nope, not race options. Performance pages, right? Now, everybody has them. If you have a Scat or a Cat, you should have it. I have mine set up for horsepower, coolant temp, intake, and oil temp, right? This should never, in theory, right, like this box right here, should never get above 485. Because that's what Dodge told us that our cars was rated at, 485 horsepower, right? So let me get you guys in focus because I'm about to start talking here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that our cars at no point should ever get above that 485 horsepower, mark, because that's what they tell us that ScatPacks, 392's are rated at. And that ScatPacks, whether it's a Charger, Challenger, I think the Durangos are a little different with the 392. They may be at like 465 or something like that. I think the Jeep SRTs are a little different as well. I think they're at like 475, 465, something like that. But ultimately, 475, 485 should be basically where our engines max out at. But consistently on this performance page, I have seen, I think you guys saw 521, you saw 493, you saw 478. You saw 478 is obviously within that. You saw 500 plus, and then of course, like I said, you saw 521. So I put this reel up on Instagram, and a lot of people were saying that, well, the first group of people were saying that Dodge reconfigured the 2020 Scats and Cats, right? 2020 and up, Dodge reconfigured it because they introduced the wide body. They changed the design of the car a little bit. They changed they definitely changed our exhaust system for sure. Because if you compare 2020 and up to like a 2019, 2018, and then prior to, there's definitely a sound difference. Like the 2020s and up are definitely louder, deeper, the whole nine. So with that being said, you would have to assume that Dodge changed some things under the hood. Now, they didn't tell us that. You know, they made it seem like, you know, we're just giving you a brand new car, wide body kit, same power, same interior, whatever. But apparently they made some changes. So a lot of people were saying that the 2020 Scats and Cats are tuned differently, and they're actually rated at more than 500 horsepower, or at least more than what they tell us 485, right? I've never seen higher than 521. 521 is the absolute highest that I've ever seen in my performance page, right? And you guys heard me, I was all the way down on the pedal at the hardest, you know? So I was giving it everything, and I was in track mode, the most aggressive mode or whatever. So I was giving it everything. 521 is the highest I've ever seen. You guys saw 521. People are saying that the 2020s and up have been tuned differently. Tuned more aggressively, tuned to allow more power than previous Scats and Cats. I don't know if this pertains to Hellcats, but I'm sure it does, 2020s and up. But they were saying that they've been tuned differently. The other group of people were saying that the system is simply off. Like, it's software that Dodge provided in the performance pages, and it's just simply off. Like, it's simply off by, I mean, if 485 is the max that our car should be putting down, and I'm seeing 521, what's that? Almost 30 horsepower, 30, 40 plus horsepower, almost 40 horsepower off, which is a significant difference. I mean, you know, that's the difference between a 500 plus horsepower car and under 500 or 485 or whatever the case may be. So some people say that the software is just off. Some people say, and then another group of people, and this is what I heard the most of, was that it may be 521 to the wheels, or it may be 521 as far as the software is concerned to the crank, but to the wheels, it's 485 and even significantly less. I've heard that our car may say 485 as far as what the brochure and everything says, but when you do the math and you take it down to the wheels, as far as the power is concerned, putting that power down, we're right at about 430 horsepower. So I'm hearing 430 horsepower, I'm hearing 485 from Dodge, and the system and the software is saying something completely different at 521. Like I said, I've seen 521, I've seen 507, I've seen 493. It just depends. I can't get the same reading every time. Like, just because I put the pedal all the way down doesn't mean I'm going to get 521 every time. Sometimes I only get 493. Sometimes I get 507. But the highest that I've ever seen is 521. So my question is it a software issue where the performance pages is just not accurate and correct? Is it the fact that that is the actual power, but that's not the power that's going down to the wheels? Maybe our car is rated for 500 plus horsepower, but when it goes down to the crank and to the wheels, it's significantly less, in the 430, 450 range or whatever. Or are our cars just rated for more than 485 horsepower? Are Scats actually rated at 500 plus? I don't know. I mean, like, do this test for me, man. For everyone that has a Scat that's 2020 and under, I know that you guys have the performance page. Do this test. You know, just get on the highway, get on the street, narrow, whatever, and just hit it and see if your power ever goes up above 485 or above 500. Because people are telling me that this is specific to the 2020s and up, because, you know, Dodge reconfigured the exhaust and reconfigured some of the drivetrain or whatever after 2020 when they dropped the wide bodies on everything. So, you know, do this test and let me know. I got a homeboy in Virginia that's got a 2019 Scat, and he said that he's seen as high as 519. And then I've got another boy that's got another homeboy that's got a 2021 ScatPack Challenger joint, and he said he's seen as high as 509. So are our cars rated at more than 500 horsepower, or is it just a software glitch, software error? Or are our cars actually rated at 500 plus, but when it gets down to the wheels, it's 430 or 450 plus, and Dodge just kind of found that happy medium at 485, right? It may be rated at 500, but to the wheel is 430. A happy medium may be 485, 475, 465, whatever. I don't know, talk to me. But this is something interesting, just because, you know, when I put the reel up, people were instantly saying, oh yeah, we got 500 plus horsepower Scats, and our Scats are 500 plus horsepower, and, you know, we're part of the 500 club. And then I saw other people that was like, not even close. We're more likely a part of the 430, 450 club when he goes down to the wheels. Like when you know, all of that power and stuff gets, you know, I guess, dispensed or whatever the case may be, or wasted rather, from the crank to the wheels, and then by that time it's like 430, 450. And then I saw some other people that were saying our cars are rated for that, but Dodge just won't put that on the brochure because that's not something that I guess we can hit every single time. I don't know, man, but either way, 520 horsepower ScatPack sounds a hell of a lot better than 485, and that's what I'm going to start telling people. But for real, talk to me. Have you seen this before on your Scat or your Cat where it's rated, or you're seeing bigger numbers than what you're actually rated at? And if you have, was it a 2020 and up or a 2019 and below? I don't know. Talk to your boy, man. There's always been your boy Knockout. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. See you in the next one. Peace.